Well, it's another Friday edition of Warren First 931. I am your host, Kelly Walker Slaughter, in the lovely establishment once again here at Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli. Hopefully, me and Cindy can make it through because every time we're together, we just crack up and laugh the whole time.
We have to catch up.
We do. I was here early and I was like, hey, I got set up early if you want to come. So for about 20 minutes, we were like,
chatting.
Yes. But with that said, because I know she's just as busy as I am today, she's here for Relay for Life. And of course, the big event is finally here.
Tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. I am so excited for this, especially being at what we need to focus on at the new location. It's no longer downtown McMinnville. It's at the detention at the elementary. And so it's going to be tomorrow starting at 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. It's here.
Yes. And again, with that said, it's going to start at 4 p.m. The Dibble Elementary team is going to be starting it off with the basketball game at 4 o'clock.
At 4 o'clock.
And then what happens right after that, Miss Cindy?
Well, we're going into a cornhole tournament at 5:30.
Nice.
Yes. We figured the game will last about an hour.
Okay.
It should be a lot of fun. So we want you to come out and cheer on, Dibble and their opponents.
Yes.
We got to cheer for both. It's all for a good cause. And then we'll go into the cornhole tournament about 5:30. Our survivor walk will be at 6. We're going to hope to start our auction about 6:30.
Okay.
And then, of course, following that will be our Luminaria ceremony. And then another new event besides the cornhole will be our 5K at 9 p.m.
I know. And you can run or walk. It's
Yes.
your choice.
Yes.
And it's going to be at 9 o'clock where it's nice and cool by that time. And always, I've been telling people, if you're going to do this, you can go by any Dollar General store or wherever and get those neat, what do they call those neon light things?
Those little things you can
and
put
then
around
wrap around your neck, put on your arms so people can see you.
And you definitely want to do that.
Yes. And that is,
or walk with someone that has one.
Correct. And then that is, of course, being brought to you by Mad Cow Running Company.
Yes.
Monica Moore and them have been a huge part of Relay since the beginning. The Moore family.
Yeah. Well, actually, the Moore family and Homeland Community Bank, we co-sponsor the Survivor portion, the Survivor Lab. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I love it.
And it'll be it's on the back of the Survivor shirts as well. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then, of course, if you come hungry, food is available.
There is food available. Yes. We're going to have loaded baked potatoes with Covenant Academy or the Covenant team. And then homemade ice cream and desserts with Citizens Tri-County. And then, of course, the detention has a food bar, a really nice salad bar and food bar, and that'll all be available as well to us.
And they're going to give 10% of the proceeds that night.
Of all their sales. Yes.
And then, of course, music from Trent Kell and the Rowdy Roosters.
That will be entertaining.
I'm going to say. And then, of course, we already talked about the cornhole tournament. But once again, it is going to be happening tomorrow. And literally what has happened is Relay for Life. Carla and them have worked a deal with Dwayne and Bernadette where they have taken over the entirety of the detention, everything from the basketball court area to the bouncy house area to the banquet hall. And then, of course, that where you can eat and play the video games and all that stuff. I mean, everything. And even outside.
There may be some things outside, but with the heat, we're going to try to keep as much of it inside. So it'll be comfortable for everybody, especially our survivors. But also the balloon dude will be there.
Yes,
he's always with
Justin
Pioneer
Reed.
Pioneer Peds, and he's going to be back as well with us. So there'll be something for everybody. For sure.
And so make sure you come out because remember, every dollar raised is $1 for somebody to celebrate their birthday again, or another trip around the sun,
Most
or
definitely.
everybody that lives here, specifically in Warren County, knows there's so many stories that we can relate to. Friends, family members, all aunts, uncles, moms, dads, and and we have lost a lot of people due to cancer, but the research, the money that we stress this enough, the money that we raise goes to research, because without research, we cannot get where we're at today.
Exactly.
And, and we talk about that. We had Carlene Brown on here that, she was one of the recipients of one of the grant or is it called? I can't think what she's called. A grant or a she won, not won something, but she received the money that we get, and it helps go to her medical stuff. That helps her her treatments and stuff.
Okay.
And so a lot of people always ask me, I know they ask Carla too, is like, we put all this money in, but it doesn't go back to our community or that person.
But it does.
But it really does. And I also say this at the same time, when the fundraisers are like this, wouldn't you want to help somebody in Tennessee?
Well, and our community's always, so giving. And as far as the dollars going to research, I think that's important as well, too, because I know personally, with a family member, that the drug that they took did not exist 25 or 30 years ago.
Correct.
So those things, as well as expenses with our local people, it's a combination of both, I feel like.
It is. It really is. Yeah. But with that said, make plans to come out to the detention. They're located at 615 School Street in Morrison, Tennessee. And if you don't know where that's at and you're not familiar with that, it's the old Morrison Elementary School. You can't miss it. Right. But before I let Miss Cindy go, is there anything else? I feel like we tapped on everything.
I think we're good. We just hope everybody will come out and help us support the event. And even after the event, if you're not able to come and you'd like to make a donation, any of the committee members were available, and we really appreciate everybody's contributions.
Yeah. You can go to Homeland Community Bank and make sure to give this to Cindy Rogers. You can also go across the street to Citizens Tri-County Bank and give the money to the girls. They'll make sure Carla will get it.
Dale Groves at Southern Traditions is on, Janice Stubblefield. There's just several of us that are out there that they could give it to you, Kelly.
If they want to give me the money, I'll take it to them too. Right. Whatever you need.
That's right. But we will still have luminarias for sale tomorrow night, right before, at least right up until the luminaria ceremony. So if you've not done that and you would like to do that, that's still available.
That's awesome. I cannot wait to see how this all is. But with that said,
excited.
Thank you for coming once again.
Thank you for having this. Was fun.
I know I miss Cindy, and I love your butterfly talk.
Thank you.
I tell her all the time I'm going to raid her closet one day.
She can. Yeah. You can come anytime.
All right. Well, you have a good rest of your day, my dear.
You too, dear.
All right.
Thank you.
See you later.
Bye.
All right. Next, as I say, because we're live all the way through and through. As, of course, I talk about all these events going on here in McMinnville. Another big event going on tomorrow is Farm to Table. And with me from McMinnville, JA.
Yes, but we do the sip and savor. We're not.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. I'm in a routine right now. Thank you. I know when you looked at my bad. Pausing. Redo. With that said, we have a lot of events coming up. And yes, I will say that JA of McMinnville is having their Farm to Table tomorrow, but that is not why Tammy is here. Tammy is here because she is with the Sip and Save with JA.
Right.
And with that said, it's coming up on September the 28th.
Right.
And you guys, is there anything you are in need of? I do know we need to talk about the sponsors, because without the sponsors' help, we can't do this.
We can't do what we do all year long without our sponsors. And I think a lot of businesses think if they're not downtown that they can't help contribute. Well, that's wrong. You can make donations. I'll personally come by and give you a sponsor form to fill out and pick up the check. All our sponsors will be, we have a little brochure that we give out the night of, and it has all our sponsors. And this year we're changing it up just a little bit. I'm actually having signs put around the fountain that if you are the top 2 tier, which is executive and platinum sponsors, so if you can donate up to $300, then you get a sign out there. We're just going to really promote our sponsors, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to do the hopping and the health.
I was going to ask why do you do Sip and Save? Because it's raising money towards other things.
Right. It keeps us funded all year for everything we do, because we are a nonprofit. We do coats of the community, which we lost one of our big suppliers of coats this year.
Oh, no.
So we're really in desperate need for coats this year. And if we don't get enough, then we'll just have to go purchase those coats.
Oh, wow.
But it's such a heartwarming event to watch, because
kids need them.
Oh, yes, they do. And they're so excited when they come in there and get them. It's very heartwarming to watch. And then we do Hopping into Health, which is just free health screening that we
I've
do
seen
every
that.
year.
We've been there every year so
Yes.
far. It's
and
great.
then we do the Yankee Doodle Parade, which is always hot, but it's very fun.
Yes.
And we also do transitional education program where we sponsor a couple of high school girls that are going into their first generation college students. We help them with purchasing books, laptops, like gas cards,
stuff
food
they
cards.
need for college.
Yes, to help them succeed.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people don't know that we do that. And of
I
course,
didn't know that.
one of our big things, and it's always just a great fun thing, is we do Christmas in the Park every year.
Yeah, that was always a fun one too.
Right. So this starts off kind of our year.
Mm-hmm.
And so if somebody doesn't want to give like a donation, door prizes, because for every ticket, everybody that comes in with a ticket, and we put their number on it, and then we draw all night long, and we'll call you once your number. So the more door prizes, the more people get, and it doesn't even have to be much, but it just makes it extra fun.
And I always say this, like especially with being downtown, if every vendor could get a gift card, you could do like a McMinnville, a little.
Yes.
A little taste of McMinnville, or a little staycation in McMinnville.
Exactly.
I mean, you could get stuff at Cumberland Caverns to the Rock Island State Park to Fall Creek Falls. I mean, there's so many things here in Warren County that we offer, like Smooth Rapids with the kayaking trips, things like that you could do little baskets. And if because there's so many people that are involved in this that have other side jobs that, you're volunteering your time. Like, for example, say you are a business and you don't know what to get together. I say go to Smooth Rapids, get a gift certificate there. Go to, Tops Frozen Yogurt, get a gift certificate there for dinner for two. Go to Hitch Outfitters and put little like tumblers in there. Make it a basket, give it to you guys. I mean, it's that simple.
It is. And like I said, we could not do it without the help of everyone.
Yeah.
So, but we're super excited. We're changing things up a little bit. We've got, hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm trying to find out if we have a 210 outlet to plug in a generator, but Nilo's food truck will be here this year.
Ooh,
so really excited about that. We've got, I just verified that Ashlyn Dyer, she's coming with Mooncrest Events. She's going to be here with flowers. Buckets of flowers, so that's always a good thing. And then Katie Carroll, she's coming with she does 1901 fragrances, which is very nice candles. They're just, you could light one in your house, would smell so good for days. It's amazing.
Lovely.
So we've got a lot of new people coming in as artist wise. We have Kennedy Reed, who is American Idol, one of the top 20. She's going to be at Evelyn Taylor this year.
Wow. Okay.
So a lot of our downtown businesses that participated last year are participating this year. So we're really excited about that. It's just a lot of things happening. I know I've not verified this, but the last time I talked to him, one of the businesses is going to get line dancers. To teach line dancing.
That'd be great.
And I'm like,
I done the classes. Those are fun.
How nice would that be? It's just different entertainment for everyone.
Right.
So, but it's just, we're hoping this is going to be the biggest one yet.
It sounds like it. And if anybody's not familiar with Sip and Save, essentially what it does is you come downtown, you meet, I want to say like around the fountain area to come get your cup.
Right. We'll have the JA tent set up. Yeah. If you purchase tickets right now, if you purchase tickets, they're $40.
Okay.
And those are, you can pick those
up. That's the pre-sale.
Yes. You can pick those up at Citizens Tri-County Bank on Main Street.
Yep.
Old Sugar, which is on North Springs Street. We also have them at Donald Hills Realty, Tree City Realty, and Tim's Motors.
Okay.
So they're $40, but if you wait to the night of the event, they're $45. So you're saying, you're
saving $5, and that is really, and again, even $40 or $45, I'm telling you, you still get your bang for your buck here.
Yes.
Because when you go around with your cup, some are alcoholic drinks and some are non-alcoholic drinks.
A lot of our businesses offer both. Just for that, just in case. We'll also have a watering station that if it happens to be really warm that night or something, just to sit down, cool off for just a minute, we're going to have that at the chamber. The Chamber of Commerce has offered us their little
community
building.
Room.
Yes. And so but we're just going to have a lot of we're just stepping it up a little bit.
I
was just
love
time.
it.
Yes.
So as far as the sponsorships that you guys have now, I know one of them was Somewhere Liquors.
Somewhere Liquors.
Yes.
Miss Kimberly.
I saw Miss Kim on y'all's post.
Oh my gracious. I had I've communicated with her several times. We've had meetings.
Her.
And she is so generous.
Yeah.
She gets this stuff together. And this year we're actually having a list for all our participants to pick from of what they want, so we can be more organized and get that way. We're not waiting to the night of the event and having to go back and forth. But she is wonderful.
Yeah, she
wonderful lady. I can't say enough of what if it wasn't for her, this wouldn't be a fundraiser anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, if we had to actually buy all that.
Oh, I know.
She's
helped me with several of my kickoff parties with just
and she's
the champagne
a local
and
business,
stuff.
which I love. I love that she's a local business.
Yeah.
And, with Stacy doing what he is, I understand that.
Oh,
your local business, that's what the heart and soul of us.
Mm-hmm.
And she has just been gracious enough to always be just like, what can I do?
She doesn't say no. I will say
what
that.
What can I do?
What else can I do? Is there anything else?
And I talked to her the other day and let her know that, what was going on, what I would be doing, how she wanted to do and what I could do to help her.
Yeah.
And so we come up with this new little plan that it just makes everything less chaotic.
Yeah.
And because the night of the event should just run itself.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
It should just run itself.
It's really a nice, elegant time. There's nothing crazy or people going wild. There's always that stigma that's like, oh, people get so wild and do this. No, it's not like that. And with the artwork and the artistry, and then one year, I mean, I've been there every year so far. And I've heard people read poetry one time.
Yes.
I've heard people sing. I've heard people play acoustically. I've been in, remember over here, I can't remember if it was this side or this side, but Trey Kirby showcased his artwork at one of these places. It's just the neatest little things. And you can see, and all these people are from Warren County. They're locally talented people that I had no clue. For example, Trey Kirby painted. He's a doctor here, very well known family.
Very good painter.
And he's amazing at what he does.
So we're also going to have I'll always call her Macy Harrell because that's when you grow up and they play with your kids, they're always going to. She's married now, but she's actually a school teacher at the middle school. She does photography.
Oh.
And she's going to go and she's going to showcase some of her stuff for families and stuff. But she's also going to take pictures and print them off of the park theater, the library, important stuff. So if people are from out of town that's from here or just want to take a piece of us with them, they have that.
Have it because a lot of this stuff they do have it up for sale.
Oh yes,
which is great.
Yes, the candles. I know that 1901 will have their candles, and then like I said, Mooncrest event will have their arrangement. Yes. And another one that there's two young ladies, they're starting the trucker hat patch business.
Oh,
yeah, the Grissom girls. Yes, I think it's Hatalicious, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know, but I've heard of these.
Yes, and if I was younger, I'd wear one every day. But
I know I've seen some of the cutest hats, and I include in the how people are making these cute election hats and everything. And I'm like, oh my god, I want one of those.
I know. Oh, and another place that we have tickets at is Security Federal.
Okay.
Yeah, Security Federal. I knew that I was leaving something out, but Security Federal is also one of our places to get to. And like I said, our JA page, my phone number is posted all over it.
Yeah.
I know some people are busy and can't let me meet you. I'll get you some tickets. I don't want anybody.
That's what I tell everybody. If you need tickets, you're always welcome to call me when it's a thing, and then I'll find the person and we'll deliver them.
Yes.
I deliver them to banks, school, house mailboxes.
Me and you both.
I've done it all.
I want everybody to and just get the feel of this.
Yeah. And if they need your number, can you tell everybody real quick?
It's 931-743-5485.
Okay. Anything else that we haven't tapped on? And all this stuff that you're talking about, please make sure to text me this.
Yes.
And I'll make sure to keep saying it as it gets closer to time for you guys.
Will do.
And then, of course, if you are interested in sponsorships still, you can call Tammy directly or message me and I'll shoot the message to her. And again, they'll come back on the show closer to time
Yes, ma'am,
just to do the last last call for, $5 off on the ticket,
Right,
essentially.
right.
And you better get yours while you can.
We are actually selling out really fast this year.
I know, because I think, like you said, the new, like putting all this new stuff into it,
Right.
gives it that new feel, that new look,
yes.
and new vibes, and everybody wants to be a part of it.
Yes, it is going to be big. It's going to be big.
I think it will too. Well, anything else that we did not hit on or I did not ask?
Now, well, I just want to give a big shout out to my JA sisters.
Okay.
Because one person cannot do this.
That's correct.
And I'm blessed to have every one of those ladies be a part of it, because everyone has went above and beyond.
Yeah.
So between their help and what I can do, we're going to make this a big success.
I love it. Well, Tammy, thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And anything, Warren, first, like I was telling Christina, and I'll tell you, anything you need me to do, let me know.
I appreciate you so much.
Hard for you guys.
I do.
Anytime. All right. You're done, my dear.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome. That is Miss Tammy. And shout out to Jan Johnson all the way from Florida. As I say, I'm taking a vacation. Imagine Kathy and I know, right? I miss you, Jan. I miss you, Kathy. We love you. We miss you. Thank you for listening to the show. Is this your first time listening in? I'm just curious. But coming up next, because like I said, it is a busy and packed day. And I'm trying to get out of I just noticed that I am in the it's just I've decided to get here because some of the people that were coming on my show can't get up on our high seats. So I wanted to make sure that everybody was comfortable and stuff. But we have a lot more coming up on the show. And right now, I have the lovely Miss Melody Crim. She is talking with us now about Warren Arts, and there are stuff that's coming up. But before I forget to mention, I do need to correct myself on one thing. Is when I was talking about tomorrow's farm to table, JA doesn't have anything to do with that. It is actually Main Street McMinnville.
Yes,
it's
and
just
they still have tickets available.
They do.
There goes Chris Ripley. Hello, Chris. One of our better commissioners.
There you go.
Anyway,
but with that said,
yes.
She's there is still tickets available for farm to table. If you need them, go over to the Chamber of Commerce, see Jennifer Meredith, get your tickets. If you want any more information on that, please let me know. And yes, Jan, I miss y'all so much. See you at Autumn Street Fair. Okay, I'll be there. I might actually just be going live at this point.
Right?
Why not?
Oh,
why can't we set up and be like,
I'll be
live.
down there selling. We're gonna have Gypsy Soul Fudge down there and all the Songbird Studio stuff.
Nice.
So,
but with that said, I got a text message from Melody last night, and she's like, "Hey, I need to come in and talk about some stuff with Warren Arts." And I know the first thing and foremost is, of course, what's happening this weekend, right?
Let me tell you, that's what got me so excited, because it has been a week. Kelly knows.
Yeah.
It's been a rough week, but man,
we have barely
talked. It picked up last night because I got to go over and see Disco Inferno. I was doing the photographs for them, which I love doing. And I keep sometimes forgetting to take pictures because I'm enjoying the show so much. And let me tell you something.
What?
The show is incredible. Holy cow.
Yeah.
I
remember we were talking about it at first, and now you're like, whoop, whoop.
Yes, because I think I found all the untapped talent in Warren County, and then somehow Warren Arts digs out more. And I'm like, where did these people come from? Sorry, brain's gonna fizz out on me today, y'all.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's
been a week. But the lady who owns Somewhere Liquors, she's in the show. Thank you. Her name in the show is Kathy, so I was going Kathy. Holy crap, that girl's got pipes on her.
I had amazing.
No idea she could sing like that. And she's got some awesome costumes. I want to rate her costume closet. I'm just going,
dude, I tell her all the time when I see her, because I mean, she's got a set of twins and everything, and she looks amazing, by the way.
Let me tell you, everything in this show that she wears, almost there's one outfit, but it's still awesome. She's sparkly and glittery, and she's awesome.
Me and her in the same pink circle bubble, as I call it.
Oh, she's great. I had been wanting to meet her for a while, but the always fabulous Sally Rogers is in the show, who I've worked with in Puffs. And I didn't know she could sing either. And she opened up that mouth, and I was like, what is happening?
Where did this go? I didn't know she sang.
I know all this untapped talent.
She's always so quiet in high school.
See,
all right.
she's phenomenal. But Kennette Dixon is directing this one.
Smart.
And she's also the one who will be directing Alice Jr., which those auditions are Monday and Tuesday.
Yep.
Over here at the Park Theater. I know. So they're just going to keep going. There's also Young Frankenstein coming up, which is by far my favorite Mel Brooks movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Mel Brooks. You can't beat Mel Brooks,
No,
but I mean, that was comedy gold. I still regularly quote it, and these younger kids are like, "Huh?" And I'm like, "Yeah,
just watch Young Frankenstein. You'll get it.
It's great.
Still relevant
it's such a
today.
great show." But that show's coming up, which I'm excited about. I think Greg Garrison's the one that's going to be directing that. So there's a lot. I mean, we're just so blessed. I know that the Park Theater does a lot of concerts. I get it. But these shows,
the local talent.
Oh my gosh. Here. And they just pour their heart and their soul into it in weeks and weeks and weeks. And this show was originally supposed to, I think, happen in June, maybe the beginning of July. And it got pushed back. And now it's happening in August. I'm going to tell you, we got 2 of these cast members who started college this week. And they have been driving back and forth from college in Nashville every single night.
Okay.
To do this show. And to stay committed and stay in it. And that's the level of commitment I'm talking about. And especially with this younger generation, to see that level. And this doesn't have any small kids in it, but there's older people and there's younger people and there's
young adults.
One guy in this show, Rob, who apparently has done several Warren Arts shows, but I'm new to the whole Warren Arts scene. And so last night was my first night meeting him, and he has a laugh in this show that made me not want to go out to my car in the dark by myself.
Oh,
I'm just going to tell you, I was like, "Ooh, that was."
You're talking about
spooky.
Rob Nunley?
No, it's not Nunley.
Okay, well, when you said Rob, I know Rob.
I know that's the Rob I always go to. No, this is young Rob with a goatee in a wheelchair temporarily, not always.
Okay.
But yes, but he was phenomenal. I just all the talent. It was so good.
So when you talk about the Disco Inferno, because like we've had discussions about it, there's going to be the 70s music.
Yes.
But how is there? Can you? I don't want to give too much away, but can you tell them how they're going to present the 70s music? How
there is a storyline. Now, the Park Theater, what piqued my interest, I loved this 70s music. That's what I grew up on. I wasn't popular music person until I was well into high school.
Yeah.
Actually, I can tell you exactly what had happened. I was at summer camp, and that was the summer of Four Non-Blondes, What's Up? And they started singing it all the time. And I was like, what's this?
Oh, I love it.
And then I left my parents behind. But so this kind of music, and I think there was only 2 or 3 songs that I did not know in this show. So you kind of want to sing along with them, and it's wonderful. But the Park Theater's description was that this was kind of like Dante's Inferno set to disco music, and I went, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, when you told me about that, I was like, "How's this possible?"
So I don't know. I haven't read Dante's Inferno since high school, and that was a long time ago.
I've never read it.
We're not going to talk about how many years ago that was.
It's not right.
Was a long time ago.
Keeping it real.
So I didn't get that connection. I saw some similarities, but I didn't see the full connection. So I'm not really sure. But there is a storyline, and it's a young kid who wants to be popular, who wants to be famous, and makes a deal with somebody who may not have been on the up and up.
Makes a deal with the
Gotcha. So, and of course all the consequences to follow with that, because you can't do that kind of stuff. But anyway, but it's a great moral, it's a great lesson. The music was phenomenal. I mean, the entertainment was great. Bonnie Collier, who is with the Wild Blue Band,
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Bonnie. I forgot the name again. But they've played several times for Second Saturday. And this is my first time really getting to meet her too. And she is a pretty significant role, and she's really good too.
She's amazing.
I mean, it just
the whole Collier family is a talented bunch.
Yes. And Jana, who I did know, I worked with her son Stirring Puffs. She's in that band, which is how I came to know about the band. I'm hoping we can get them from Wonderland of Trees, but I'm not so sure yet.
Fingers crossed.
The other really big news.
Yes.
The other really big news is, guess what I have, Kelly? I have the date for this year's Santa Sing Along with Santa.
Ooh. Ooh.
So we want to put this on the calendar, and I know it's way far off, but y'all don't want to miss this. It was incredible. They do like 3 school shows where they bring schools kids in. Talk about, I thought they were going to start a mosh pit last year. It was like, oh my
kids
gosh.
are all about it.
Well, Santa brought the Grinch with him, or the Grinch followed Santa. I'm really not sure how the Grinch ended up there, but the kids lost their mind, and I really thought that they were going to start a mosh pit. But
when is it?
The public show is going to be December 14th, which is the second Saturday of December. So there's already going to be things going on downtown, but then Santa will be at the Park Theater. I don't know ticket sales and everything. I just want you guys to
put it in your calendars.
Yeah, put it on the calendar so you know
yeah.
you don't want to miss this year. And they will get pictures with Santa afterwards.
Okay.
And it was such an incredible show last year. The kids just absolutely loved it. I know, but I got that last night. I wanted to come in and let you guys let you guys know that is happening again this year, and that is the date, and more details to come.
Ooh.
And so yeah, lots of great things happening with Warren Arts.
I
very
cannot
excited.
wait.
I know. I'm really excited about Alice Jr.
Yeah,
I think
Walker
it's
is
be good.
too. I told him that this is his first time. And again, if I say this while we're talking about Warren Arts, if you have a child like my son, that's in 4th or 5th or whatever grade they may be, and they seem like I call them an extrovert, and they like doing stuff on stage and things, putting them in stuff like Warren Arts and things like that helps them learn how to properly
channel that energy and channel that
Thank
talent.
you.
Yes.
Channel the energy. And I want to also say the word articulate their words better.
Yes.
Because
enunciating
words. Because, a lot of kids that might have, for me, when I was younger, I had like a language, I had a language disability, and but they didn't know what to call it. So it's kind of like dyslexia, but not like I see words differently. But when I started singing and started doing my performing in high school, it started finally coming along, and then I kind of could articulate my words better. And so with with Warren Arts and the programs that they have like this for kids to come out on stage and meet other kids like themselves.
Yeah.
It forms long-lasting bonds. And, just meeting Christian, is that his name?
Yes, Christian Weeder.
I have seen him blossom from, I want to call him a little tater tot because I don't know how to say it, to being a director in a play.
Well, and
being one of the youngest ones that I'm aware of now.
Yes. Kerrigan Smith, who's also in that same group. She's actually a little bit younger than Christian because she just started college. She's one of the ones I was telling you about. I have followed, look, I'm not a stalker, I swear, y'all, but I can recognize talent when I see it.
Yeah.
And when I started going to shows with Dream Reality years ago, I hooked onto 4 different kids that I really saw that stood out. So like what I can say, you could, with that talent, you can write your ticket out of town.
Yeah.
And that's Anna Kneep. Now it's Machias. She's got a little baby. He's adorable. Who's immensely talented. And Emmy Stipend, who is now down here at the Iron Tusk Tattoo. I keep telling her she needs to sing while she tattoos, and she refuses, but I think she can make more money that way. And then Christian Weeder, and then Kerrigan Smith.
Yeah.
And Kerrigan is in this show, which I thought I was done being with Kerrigan. I know she thinks I'm a creepy stalker.
No.
But that's how I got into Puffs, because Puffs was Kerrigan's first directorial debut. And it was the first time she directed, and I wanted to be a part of that because I remember the first show I saw her in was Annie, and she just blew me away with her talent. And she continued. She was in West Side Story. I thought that was going to be the last show. Now she's still in this one. She's coming back from college, and she can sing and she can act and she can dance. She says she can't dance. I saw something different on West Side Story. She can dance.
Yeah.
So I mean, and that's the thing is it's
These
the theater,
kids coming out of their shell, and it's not
and growing.
And again, we have the sport. If your kids are into sports here in town, several ways of getting into that. But there's other things kids can do now.
Well, and that's the thing with theater. There's so many cliques when you get into school, and theater kind of is a safety net for the rest. That's how I ended up in there. And you get such a wide variety. And we do have sports people. I mean, in this last one with West Side Story, we had one of our male cheerleader. I thought he was a football player. He's a male cheerleader. How fantastic is that?
Yeah.
And then we had our pioneerettes in there, and we've had football players in here. So it's kind of a catch-all for everybody who maybe just hasn't found where they fit in and where they can click. And the theater just welcomes everybody. And we'll bring out talent you didn't know you had. And it's great.
If my schedule ever slows down, I would love to do just one show, one time, because I love to sing.
Well, now
and I love to dance, and I just don't have enough time.
That's the danger sentence, because this time last year, I finally got brave enough to get back on the stage. I auditioned for Steel Magnolias, and I said, okay, I'm going to do one show. I'm going to do this one show, and then I'm going to be done. That's it. I just want to see if I still got it. If I still got the juice. Yeah. 1 year later, have I
you did the puff.
Production? Nope.
You did you're in the puff.
I'm in it now, and it will suck you in, because it is so much fun, and you get this group of friends, and it's wonderful. I wish my son, this was his niche, and he could do this, but it's not. I can't even get him to go to shows.
It's not
anymore.
Everybody's thing.
It's really not. And he's got his own thing, and he's found his place, and I'm very, very proud of him for that. He's working, I think I told you, he's working 2 jobs now and going to school and making his mother a nervous wreck, but it's okay.
All right.
It's okay. That's what we're supposed to do as moms. And I really could not be prouder of him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's more mature than most adults I know.
There you go. But before I let her go, we're just going to wrap everything up with our community calendar, because there's just so much going on this weekend. Today at the middle school, they're going to be having a football game, a day game at 12 o'clock today. So just be aware of that. I believe they're playing DeKalb County today. And then followed by tonight is going to be the Warren County High School football game. And I have been asked, I got asked last night by 2 people, if you want to hear the Warren County High School ball game going on tonight, yes, it is going to be on the radio. You can listen to it through Main Street Media. Chad and them have got it together. And of course, the voice of the Pioneers, who else would it be? Jay Walker. He is going to give you the play-by-play action tonight on the radio station on, I believe, 1230 WAKI, or it is 92.1 The Ticket. So you have 2 ways of listening to it, on AM or FM, FYI. So, but those are the big games going on tonight, as well as, of course, Disco Inferno is going on tonight if you want tickets. Tomorrow we have Farm to Table. Tickets are still available. You have, which I'll be going to this one, the Deplorables fundraiser event. There's just so much going on, and I do apologize. There's also a thing going on at the Rock Island Trolley Stop where they're doing a back to school bash.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And then
Relay for Life.
And Relay for Life is also tomorrow night.
And the Birchaba Street, or the Birchaba Street.
I'm so glad you're here. So the Birchaba Street Craft Fair.
It's not street. That's me adding in words. Birchaba Craft Fair.
The Birchaba Craft Fair is the craft fair that starts all the craft fair season.
Yeah.
So that is going on tomorrow.
And Sunday. Yeah. So, I mean, there's just so much going on.
So much going on here in Warren County. And if you know, now me and Melody, we have sat down not once but twice now, trying to get dates together between now and literally till November of these ones popping up. We are going to start making some more Facebook posts and being a little more diligent. It's just been a little crazy right now on both our ends. But we follow us on Facebook and Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, Apple, and Audible. But if you have an event that's coming up that is important to you between now and the end of this year, I say it like this because a lot of things are coming up, whether it's a craft fair, a fundraiser, a business after hours event.
Yeah, there's we've got Wonderland of Trees coming up. We've got the Civic Center Craft Fair coming. There's just so much, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to join in with you and do this, because I've been trying to preach this for years. Is by doing this, by putting all this together, hopefully we can get to the point where people, nonprofits, people, whoever's organizing this, will start checking the calendar, and see, oh, we've already got 2 events in town. Let's not do it that weekend. And they'll stop tripping over each other, because it's hurting people. It does end up hurting. And I mean, I get told all the time, well, it's not the same kind of people that come to our events. That It can be.
It can. We can work together.
I mean, you don't know that. So
you could start at Bershaba's craft fair in the morning.
Yeah.
Followed by, go to the trolley stop and then end at Relay for Life if you want to do that day.
Right.
Because it starts up. I'm just saying.
Right.
There's
You'll
ways
be tired, but so will your kids.
Yeah. You can get that maposcope that Miss Melody told me about. And it can map out your route.
Yeah, because I've already got my October trip planned.
There you go.
I wouldn't be able to do these trips without that, but it's wonderful.
Yeah.
You just put your destinations in there, and it tells you the best route that saves you the most distance.
Oh, and before I forget, going on today is another red ribbon cutting with MES. They are going to do a red ribbon cutting at and I don't have the location right in front of me, so I do apologize. But they're breaking a ribbon on one of the new charging stations. Is happening today. Also happening today is, of course, because I actually have the flyer right in front of me. It is a voter registration drive brought to you by the Tennessee Mental Health Consumers Association, and that's going to start at 10 a.m. today. So we have a red ribbon cutting. We have a voter registration drive going on as well. And then there's one more thing I just cannot remember right now. But
this probably isn't it. And I'm probably jumping the gun, but I'm super excited because next Friday is the grand opening of Cookies by Brax right here across the street.
That is right.
Street. I am chomping at the bit.
I think this is it.
Was this
no,
it?
That was
that's
night.
business hour. I'm not even seeing Corley lunch.
Yeah, it's in there.
Well, shoot.
You gotta go to their events. That's easier. Just click on their events.
Look, she's teaching me things.
You can click on their event.
How do you find the events?
It should have been.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
I think you need to get the update. Hold on. Oh, look, there we are at the top. Of course we are. And I want to say, because do you remember Jan Johnson?
Name's familiar, but I told you my brain is so broken.
Him and his wife Kathy that used to live here has been watching us from Florida.
Oh, hey, speaking of which, have you talked to the viewers about a certain someone?
Mine pops up.
Maybe it's because you got to answer your phone. Have you talked to them about a certain someone who's coming back to a certain place within the next month?
It's official. They did break it off on Facebook.
They did. I can't believe you haven't talked about it yet. Okay.
So the ribbon cutting for McMinnville Electric Systems new electric vehicle charging station. It's going to be at 1559 Sparta Highway in McMinnville today at 10 a.m. So as soon as I get off here, going to go there.
Making a run for it. Okay.
Yeah. So now I
can't believe you haven't talked about this yet.
I haven't.
This is like the coup de grace last night. Like it had already been a good night, and then I got home and I got that, and I was so excited. Seriously, it does because it's pretty big news.
Well, I've known about this because he's my BFF.
Well, so. I mean, you know what? For the rest of us, for us peons down here, how about you tell the rest of us? I know. I
wasn't allowed. So with that said,
good job keeping a secret, Kelly. I know.
I actually am a good secret keeper. People think I'm not. But again, with that said, Duke Rice, he used to be my co-host on 105.3 Wild Country, and he is my brother from another mother. He moved to Alabama 2, maybe 3 years ago. It'll be 3 years ago.
So much longer than that.
Yeah. But with that said, he is now officially going to be moving back from Tennessee. He's going to move back.
I'm so excited.
He's going to move to Sparta.
Yes.
And hang out with some family there. And he's got some job endeavors. I won't say what it is yet because I don't want to ruin anything. That part's not been confirmed. So I'm
just saying, if he's going to be that close, then maybe he needs to be doing the next election coverage with you. That's all I'm going to say.
I told him, I was like, well, hey, if you don't have a job yet, I go, Warren first. I mean, always could use a helper. And so and again, I told him he can actually click on the link and we can just do it. He can be in Sparta while I'm here.
Well, yeah.
And so we can talk that way and do our thing.
But we do chat.
Yeah, it will. Yes. But hopefully we can get him on the show a little bit more. Yes. Maybe. I don't know what he's going to be allowed to do or not to do because I know there are some things in the works and I don't want to ruin it for him. But
I'm just glad he's coming back.
That he is coming back to Tennessee. He did say that, you know, he's leaving on good terms with the folks in Alabama
Yeah.
and with the radio station there. It's just, there was some things that come up and he needed to move. And a lot of people,
that happens.
yeah. And a lot of people didn't know, like, we didn't, if you just now are tuning in or living under a rock, you know, some things did happen. He was in a car wreck a few months ago and it messed up his knee really bad, and it has changed everything, you know. And he told me last night that when he comes through town, he is going to stop by and say hi. He's like, you're not going to recognize me, because he's even lost even more weight since I saw him last time, because of all the health and stuff. But he says he's doing great and he's feeling amazing.
Good.
And, you know, and all that. And he did have knee surgery just recently, and that's why he's not traveling right now.
Yeah.
So everybody, if you know Duke, and you have his number, just send him some good words of wisdom and some praise and some, yay, you're coming back home.
Yay.
And then just pray that his knee gets to healing as quickly as it needs to.
And Tara can maybe fatten him up a little bit. Not too much.
Not too much.
Not too much.
No,
Just
not too much pressure on his knee, you know. But with that said, see, this is what I like.
I know.
American style. Everybody's waving.
Oh, here comes David.
David's
Stinson.
riding his motorcycle in.
No, he rode a motorcycle. He's ready to go sell
He's
some
got
jewelry
his
and make some
helmet.
deals.
Yeah, I gotta go get my my grandmother's ring for him to re-sign.
Hey, I know. I've lost 10 pounds and it's all on my fingers. I can't wear my wedding ring anymore.
That's correct.
Hey, I saw Carla Savage with
Yeah.
Citizens Tri-County, and I'm not quite sure how this works, but she has got this beautiful emerald ring that Moody Stinson set up for auction right now. That they're trying to sell for something. Yes, and it is gorgeous.
Oh, I know which one you're talking
Gorgeous.
about too.
Yeah, and it is absolutely beautiful. So, hey, the
Okay.
other thing, and I don't know if you've talked about this, but
What?
project graduation is kicked off, and y'all know that's a big deal around here.
It has. I haven't
Um,
got anybody from project graduation in yet, but go for it.
Well, I'm just going to go ahead and throw it out there. Find yourself a senior, because they're selling. My kid's selling, and I mean, we got slammed in this first month. I think there's only 10 things going on.
That's how it is.
He's selling soda, but then he's also selling mums and
I gotta
berry
get soda
bushes
from
and
y'all.
grapevines. The forms back there. They're selling Rada. I think they're still doing the Pampered Chef and kettle corn.
Okay.
So
Mums too.
mums and then berry bushes. There's like blueberry bushes and
Okay.
grapevines, and I mean it's crazy. I mean that's just something else for me to kill. But I might
Oh.
try it. Yeah, I mean shoot, we could do the whole I Love Lucy episode.
We got grapevines at the nursery, so
I mean, maybe the nursery needs some more grapevines.
I wouldn't care to do an I Love Lucy episode with you.
I know that would be so much fun. We could.
I will be
there.
Ethel.
I would be ready.
I will tell you, because I can go off a tangent with her. I really do think Warren Arts needs to do a Lucy something.
Oh, I'm telling you, that would be so much fun.
I would
Yes.
try out for that.
You know, the one thing that I want to
would love
do.
it.
I hope I'm not going to cost you viewers by saying this. This is my personal opinion and nothing to do with Warren First. But the one show that I would love for them to do in town, and I know it will never happen, is a Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, that would be so much fun.
It would be so much fun, but
or at least play the movie at the theater and everybody can come dress up.
it would have to be at the 3-star cinema. They can't do movies at the Park Theater.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
But the live showing is just so much different, and I would love for them to do
I
that.
watch it every year. It comes on the television.
Yes, it's great, and the
Mhm.
remake wasn't too shabby either. But it's
Yeah.
Tim Curry. You can't beat Tim
beat
Curry. There's an old
He's
movie
a
called
phenomenal
Legend
actor.
with Tom Cruise, which is already delicious enough because it's young, not crazy Tom Cruise.
I hate
But,
Tom Cruise.
Well, well, I know, but he's pretty to look at when he's young and not crazy. But Tim
Top Gun
Curry
was my last show I watched. Go ahead.
You should watch Legend.
No.
But anyway, he plays the devil in this movie, and honestly, I'm a huge Tim Curry fan,
Yeah.
and I must have watched that thing 10 times before I realized
And
I
you're
was
trying
10.
to, yes.
Because the
My brother
makeup in
showed me the
there,
picture of
yes, it's insane. But
Mhm.
he's so talented, so talented.
He's played a lot of roles. If you look up Tim Curry in general and to see some are major roles and some are like, supportive roles and some are like on the side roles.
Yeah,
And you didn't know that was him because he's in makeup.
yeah.
And I was like, what?
His range is so varied. I first fell in love with Tim Curry when he played Rooster in Annie. So there's like
Yeah.
a meme that goes around that
Yeah.
says you can tell a lot about a person about where they know Tim Curry from. That's where I fell in love with him was watching Annie.
Yeah.
My mother was
First
a
time, too.
wee bit obsessed with that movie. I think I've shown you that picture
Yep.
of what she did to me. Anyway, but that's where I knew him from. And then he's one of those actors where if he's in it, I'm going to watch it because I know that even if the rest of the movie is horrible, is like a negative star, it's going to be worth watching it just to watch him act in it. Yes.
Just his little part. But with that said,
Sorry.
we can go off a tangent all day.
I digress. We went way off topic, but yes.
It's
So
okay.
if you
we
need,
still have one person watching, that matters.
hello, one person, but yeah,
I bet it's Jan. Hi, Jan.
well, hey, well, Jan might not be able to buy soda and popcorn, but yeah, if you want soda and popcorn or Mums and Berry Bushes, find a senior because they're all selling it right now. Even if you don't want drinks and popcorn, buy it anyway and support them. It's wonderful. Buy the sodas and donate them to a nonprofit. I mean,
and get the
kids of the
popcorn and you
community.
can make it in like little bags.
Caring Hearts United. Any of them could use those. So I mean, shoot, just support them. Support them. This is our last year, and it's going to be insane.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a wild ride. But with that said,
yes,
Warren County, take care. God bless each and every one of you. To our 3, now we're up to 3. We were up to 7 or 8 this morning, so I was like, yeah. Fridays are my busy day. But with that said, take care. God bless. Enjoy the rest of your day. And don't forget, we will be going live again at 10 o'clock here in just a few minutes away. So I got to like clean this up and break it down. But take care. God bless. Enjoy that. And remember, Warren County, keep it first.